Yeah, we're live.
Hello, everybody. This is the All In Within Mastermind Alliance. And today we are talking about the power of gratitude. You should attach to this power. I say power because it is a power. You can polarize ungrateful thoughts into grateful thoughts and raise your rate of vibration before you even open your eyes, before you even enter consciousness. Tap into the power of gratitude. Start with the simple things in your life to be grateful for, no matter where you are or how hard the struggle is or how deep the adversity is. The hardships get easier when you attach to simplicity and the power of gratitude. You have a heartbeat, don't you? You have air in your lungs, right? Start there and work your way up. Let's crush this one out. We're going to go around the room and we're going to talk about what we're grateful for this morning, because there's plenty. Gratitude is that abundance, that love and abundance mentality. Tap in. Let's crush this one out. Let's smack this one out the park with the bat of gratitude. All right, Brandon Angel, what's up? How's your morning?
Good morning. I'm so thankful to be here. I'm so thankful for this group. I'm so thankful for the effort that each one of us has put in over this last year. I'm so thankful this is cruising. We have defeated the impossible, right? Everybody would bet against our thing, but this thing is nuclear positive. And I'm just really thankful for the chemistry, the dynamics that God seems to be behind this. I'm thankful for my 10 fingers, my 10 toes. I'm thankful for my life, everything that I have in it. I'm thankful for the people who have tripped me up and caused me so much dilemma, because that has raised my bar of keyword overcoming. You know what I'm saying? And I have to thank them. I have to thank that. I have to thank everything that has happened, because so far I've overcome it. And I have done that through an incredible support system known as the All In Mastermind. I have done that through all kinds of different facets in my life. And a punk would not appreciate that kind of thing, but I deeply appreciate all of that. And it's just so uplifting and so positive. And we wake up, some of us, with nightmares every single night, some of them with straight hell within our mind, body, and soul. But we become grateful, and we become grateful as a sharpening stone, and we really grind that on there, and it's through our gratefulness. It's through our gratefulness that we pass all tests. It's through our gratefulness that we are able to contribute a high vibration to the world, So gratefulness is a pure and fundamental necessity for me. When you forget about being grateful is when you fall off your platform of service to the world, and that is not where you want to be, And I think I just have to be so grateful for having that whole dynamic just by itself, because so many people right now, they don't have that dynamic, and
being an ungrateful attitude is a sign of a weak loser. Right.
Yeah, we've got a great situation here. We've got a great platform. We have a great launch pad. I just can't wait to get up in the morning and get on my day in a productive, creative way. And that's great.
In order to be great, you have to be grateful, right? Yeah. All right, next up, Patrick, what you got? What you grateful for this beautiful morning?
Well, I'm grateful for my health. I'm grateful for being in the meeting, and grateful for some of the things that have come into.
I know you're grateful for the gym.
I love the gym. I'm changing my whole life into a different career path, and just grateful for some people that have come into my life lately. And yeah, man, it's good. The work that the work that I put in and the hours that I put in are paying off. And I think it's really important to focus on what you're grateful for, right? You know what I mean? And focus on the things that really are important to you, you know, the
Absolutely.
things that bring you up,
Yeah.
the things that bring you up. You grateful for that, and build yourself up. And if there's changes to be made, the changes must be made. It's plain and simple.
Absolutely.
And
Accountability.
focus on the good things around you, and siphon out the bullshit.
Yeah.
Out the bullshit, and move forward. So, but being grateful, yeah, of course. I mean, of course, I'm grateful that I've met all you guys. I'm grateful that we've made it this far. There's obviously peaks and valleys that you go through, and it is what it is. It is what it is.
Yeah.
But I'm literally grateful for getting up in the morning and having an experience of just working on myself, and not being caught up in for me was caught up in vices and improper living. I wasn't living properly, and then I would quit vices and I'd white knuckle it.
Yeah.
I would white knuckle it, and I would be scattered.
You have a process.
I'd be scattered and not focused on what I'm building as a human. Like, you can quit alcohol, but then it's like, oh, I didn't have a drink today, or this and that, or I didn't do this today. Great.
Pat yourself on
It's
the
not
back.
that. It's about your life and how you're living. You know what I mean? This whole thing about conquering vices, that's just the beginning. That's just the beginning.
It's the first stone you step on in the path of stepping stones.
Exactly. So be grateful for quit. If you have struggled with vices, be grateful that you put that to bed, but then be grateful for what you can go after.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's where I'm at, guys. Really, I mean,
you have to have a beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah, as of
Can
this
I just
morning,
say, after the sobriety is solidified, you have to have a personal development process, a routine. You get to it. You start your day with the gratitude of having a personal development process. And let me say, Bob Proctor says to say it this way: when you're practicing gratitude, you say, "I'm so happy and grateful now that." You say, "Now that." You put it in the present tense, here and now, today. Now that I have a routine and a personal development process and a solid foundation of getting after it, tapping into the source of gratitude. I know Kevin is going through some struggle and adversity right now. And so the best thing he could do is tap into that powerful source of gratitude. What the hell are you grateful for, Kevin? I know you're grateful for a lot of stuff. Let's have it.
So yeah, I'm grateful that I made it through another week. The weekends don't mean so much to me because it's just work right through, but I am happy that it's here because I do know that tomorrow is my one family day that I do set aside to make sure that I do. So I'm thankful for that. I'm obviously thankful for this group. If I didn't find this group, I would be in a much worse place. And I'm thankful. I'm thankful for being able to hit rock bottom so many times in my life, but it didn't destroy me. It just made me harder and better each time. So my falls are less every single time. So I'm pretty thankful for that. I'm thankful for not finding my purpose yet, I guess, but finding my way, finding my direction, finding a light, a light on my path as I walk it. Pretty thankful for
Yeah.
that. So yeah, it's been good. I mean, every time I sit back and ask for a sign or ask for help out there, that I get it in a weird way, as long as I'm listening or able to listen. So some cool stuff has happened, and we'll see what happens today. I might have some pretty cool news after this weekend. So
Good.
thankful for
There you
that.
go. And
Yeah.
that's what's up. Right on, Kevin. I hope you enjoy tomorrow. Get decompress. Just be aware. And what is rock bottom? Rock bottom is a great place to springboard from, right to the
Whoa.
top. Accelerate, move on, carry on, crush it. Love and abundance mentality all day. That'll get you places. Fear, lack, and scarcity. Just that is the epitome of weakness. We are polarized in love, strength, and abundance. That is gratitude. AK, you around, bud? I see your living room, but I see no one living in it. Where are you? Where you at, buddy? Oh, you must be in the dining room. Uh-oh. Let's call 911. Where you?
Sorry
there's
about that,
the wolf.
guys.
Oh, Aaron turned into a wolf. He's a werewolf.
I'm here.
Where you at,
No,
buddy?
gratitude,
Where you
man.
at? Oh, there he is.
Just operating from that plateau, that space of gratitude is, I think, is really the only way.
Yeah, it's the only way.
Yeah, no, just being grateful for just everything in your life, the good and the bad. Having
Yeah.
the universe and God put these challenges, these seemingly negative situations on our plate, and that's all for growth, everything. So you got to be grateful for it. And if you get all caught up in the moment and you become you become a finger pointer, or label yourself as a victim, that
Uh,
basically is the antithesis of being grateful, of not seeing that everything is for the growth of you, right? I believe
yes.
God, I've said this before, but God, he trains us, he teaches us through two main facets. It's pleasure and pain, right? And
Yeah. Yeah.
the pain, people identify that pain as a curse, when it's actually the opposite. It's actually a gift to level you up, right?
Yeah.
And
Life happens for me. Life doesn't happen to me. Isn't that an
exactly
abundance mentality? Life happens
right, the winner's
for
mindset.
me. Look, it's happening
Exactly.
for me. Very
Everything
personalized.
is the opportunity for growth. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And just on on a big, I don't know, got like a bird's eye view of it. It's everything, it's all a blessing that we're here anyway, right? You got to just
Absolutely.
stay in the lane that, hey, everything could be so much worse. Everything could be just way upside down. There's people on this planet that are really seriously going through tough, trying times, that they're in situations of duress or forced situations that that God never intended for them. And even then, that is something for growth. But we just got to keep in mind that, hey, yeah, I mean, people would there's people on their deathbed right now that would exchange everything they
Mhm.
have to just be in our positions, right?
Yeah.
And we're all able-bodied young guys that still have plenty to offer. And I think really, the gratitude starts with yourself, starts with loving yourself and having that opportunity to be able to have such feeling and drive towards wanting to live through gratitude.
Yeah.
And then just being grateful for everybody in your life, all the blessings you have. And we can all tend to get caught up in a moment, in a bad situation, something that happens to us, and those are the times that gratitude and gratefulness really come into play, right?
Effective,
Because
very effective during those
you know
times.
somebody dings your car, hey, well, at least it wasn't you they dinged or anything, right? So Kevin, you got something, buddy?
Yeah, and pull my dead body out of it, right? So hey, there's that. Kevin
As you
wanted
went
to
into
say something,
robot
and then
mode
we're
right
going to get
there.
into this.
I
What?
just want to say one thing about, everyone says, oh, you could have it worse. Let's look at this person, look at that person. And I'm just going to say for me that when I put that into play and I start thinking, oh, I could be like this, I could be like that, I actually end up having a harder time on myself. And I don't care mentality that like, okay, well, I could be in a hospital bed. And in my head, I'm going, well, I don't give a fuck if I'm in a hospital bed, and it carries on into a negative thing for me. So me, I can't even think about, like, just for me, that I can't think down that path. I need to think about tomorrow is going to be different. Tomorrow is going to be different. I can't think about a person in a hospital bed. I can't think of a person with cancer. That's already a negative thing that's being brought on to me now. And at the same time, once I get put in that spot, I'm constantly in my brain going, well, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I'm in this position. I've hit this bottom where I don't care if I freaking, if this happens or that happens. So I immediately need to think that tomorrow is going to be a different day, and whatever's happening today, whatever happens today, whatever's happening now is going to pass, and something's going to come from it. Like, you have to you almost have to look back in your past and think about how many times you've been in that position where you hate yourself right now, or you hate everything that's happening to you. And, and the times that you said like, oh, fuck, I don't care anymore. I don't want to do this anymore, blah, blah, blah. And look where you are now. You've already done it fucking 100 times. You know it's going to pass.
Well, you don't have to wait for tomorrow. I mean, you could change moment by moment by tapping into the source of gratitude.
True.
Just saying, but sorry I cut you off.
No, that's
hey, but I'm going to get into it, and then we'll go around the room. And so this is from the 177 mental toughness secrets of the world class. There's all types of classes. There's poverty class, working class, middle class, upper class, and then there's world class. And they are the most positive people out there. And Brandon had something to say before I kickstart.
I like that. I like that for the reason of purity, Kevin. I like that for the reason of purity. To just get up, I think that's valid. That's really good. That's for you. I think that could be for everybody too, because I think if you just have a pure, I am grateful for, a pure, direct, personal from you to God, without the negativity that is happening for other people and their life as a divine preparation, and just keeping to your pure, what's happening for you as a divine preparation, I think is actually quite wise, and something that I could use to adapt as well. That was good. That's all.
Okay, I didn't say what I'm happy and grateful for. I'm so happy and grateful now that I am learning, growing, and have a routine and a personal development process. I'm so happy and grateful now that my daughter's lying right over there on the couch. I could look over and say, hello. I'm just happy and grateful that we created this mastermind to learn and grow. And now we're going to learn about gratitude from a mental toughness coach. Come on, what could be better than that? Steve Sibold is a mental toughness coach, full of secrets here. This is just one of them. Brandon's got something and he looks like he's on fire. Let it out. He's
Yeah,
got a
sorry.
bug in his
Yeah,
mouth.
so I think that you just touched on it too, that we created a space. I think that creative nature is hand in hand with gratitude. You know what I mean? God wants you to be great. He wants you
Create or
to be
disintegrate.
grateful. But he set an example of of creativity, as much as people want to give us some other story. You know what I mean? It's a creative space that we are in when we're helping ourselves and that we're helping other people. I think that is a key word right there. I think gratitude, and then the next step is to just become creative.
Absolutely. I love that. Yeah. Because we're all creative. We just got to tap into our creative outlets and build, learn, grow, develop an abundance mentality through the source of gratitude. And with that, let's get right into it. I'm going to read the paragraph. First, I'm going to kick it off with the quote from Bill Gove, who was the father of professional speaking. You want to learn about public speaking? Bill Gove is the go-to. Gratitude is the aristocrat of all emotions. Gratitude is an emotion. It's a high vibing emotion right under enlightenment. Let's tap into this power. Okay, so the secret is the world class connects to the source through gratitude. The world class is famous for using nonlinear thinking as a primary problem-solving strategy. And nowhere is this more apparent than when it comes to heightening their creativity, as Brandon was saying. While amateurs become increasingly stressed during problem solving, the great ones become more relaxed to enhance their creative ability. Champions know the ultimate creative force is located somewhere beyond our everyday consciousness, and they must tap into this source to generate their best ideas. The secular sometimes refer to this source as the unconscious mind. The spiritual often call it God. Whatever label their belief warrants, few deny the power of the source, whatever its point of origin. Champions know the fastest way to connect to the source is through gratitude. Thoughts and feelings of gratitude seem to elevate the performer's consciousness to a higher plane than is accessible through any other means. See the power? Professional writers call it being connected. Athletes call it being in the zone. Psychologists refer to it as a state of flow. I also wrote down separately being connected, being in the zone, being in flow state. Napoleon Hill called it hypnotic rhythm, finding inner peace connected to the source. I wrote that down as a side note because I want to know everything about it. Okay. All right, let's crush it out. Let's finish it up. No matter what name you assign it, the experience is the same. It's a process that begins by letting go and mentally detaching from the end result or outcome of any task. The focus is on being as opposed to doing. Human beings, not human doings. Okay. While both amateurs and pros experience this phenomenon from time to time, the great ones are able to access it much more often because they are aware of the triggers that create a mental climate conducive of this state of mind. Gratitude is the mindset of choice when they need to awaken the giant and tap their genius. Gratitude, it's a power, it's a force. Okay, the action step for today. And let's try to do this. Let's be mindful here. Okay. Make a list of the 10 things you are most grateful for in your life. Let's journal on this today, right? Let's create this list and review them every morning for the next 7 days. Monitor how this activity impacts your emotions. We are emotional beings that could tap into our emotions by having that abundance mentality of gratitude. And with that, let's go around the room and talk about it. What a creative force. It is a creative force. Once you tap into gratitude, you're tapping into a zone of genius and a creative force. This is powerful stuff. All right, let's go around the room. Brandon, what you got, bud?
Okay, 1000% abundance mentality. Also, a fearless pursuit of what you want. Also, a removal of dwelling on the negatives. I'm thinking about what Kevin said. I think, yeah, at a point, you can fill your cup so high with the negatives that you do find the truth of removing all of those. I think everybody here knows that I need that advice more than anyone. But when you are faced with that, we said this yesterday, rumination is how you know that witchcraft is successful against you, and it's really your duty to just destroy that at the minute that it starts. Do not let any negative you have to weed your garden. As a cultivator, I know that if I weed my garden, I have room for other badass plants. But if I let those weeds take over, which will happen as much as I unattend, as long as it's unattended, those weeds will come in. Those invasive species, those fire ants, they will go directly for all my good stuff. It must be protected. And so I think that this abundance mentality is very a crafty endeavor. You know what I mean? You need to just not have two thoughts about it, not second guess yourself.
Right.
When
That's right.
when you know something needs to be weeded in the thought garden, you should just get that thing done, and that takes a long time of harnessing and self-work, a lot more than people realize. I think a lot of people are truly governed by these polluted, impure, ruminating, negative, lacks of gratitude, literally. And to have
Brandon.
that abundance mentality, you have to really clear the thing, and it's amazing to me just how many layers of the onion, of that particular onion, that there is. It's just like it really is a process of refining purity over and over and over. Like I am thinking of this Native American dream catcher chant that was told to me as a little kid. And there it is just like a repetitive force that you have to cultivate that combats these external, there's really no data that says where are some of this negativity that's coming from. I told Aaron on the side that a long time ago that, I have these interesting thoughts that come into my head every single day and while I'm sleeping, and they're pretty graphic, and it's every single day. So when I get when I clear that, I would come into this group and notice that that wasn't enough. I cleared those particular thoughts, but there was still it's almost like those particular thoughts were a distraction covering these other ones that were able to reside. So I would just say that even when you think you're done removing the clutter and the impurity, continue to purify. Continue to weed that garden and try to incorporate as much of the abundant positivity that's out there, you know, is a constant motion. That's what I read.
Man, I love that. I love that you use the garden analogy, because your thoughts are seeds that are going to grow in abundance, regardless of what you plant. If you plant beautiful flowers or fruits, vegetables, or weeds, weeds can grow in abundance. And by weeds, I mean negative thinking. That will grow if you plant those seeds.
And I noticed that traversely,
so
those seeds. Yeah, and I noticed traversely, like those seeds, if you don't keep the seeds in your mental garden, then your contributions out there will have that taint in it, you know, and when you drop that one little seed in the river and all those ripple effects, you don't really know probably what those ripples are going to do way out there, but that definitely is connected to your seed. So I definitely want to be a planter of much better seeds moving forward.
Right. Yeah, that's cause and effect. You know, you get to choose your thoughts, right? And so when you go negative, choose gratitude, right? You get to choose. You have the power to choose your thoughts. And the thing about repetition is, over time, it impresses your subconscious mind and then moves you into action. You know, so choose the right thoughts. You don't know where to start with gratitude and build it in abundance. You know, this is how it's done. But you have to put it into practice. I have made it a habit when I wake up to, if I'm negative, which I usually am, gratitude. Remember gratitude. All right, let's go around the room more. Patrick, what you got, bud? Gratitude, the source.
Well, I mean, gratitude that's what carries you through a positive lifestyle, would be gratitude. I also think at the same time is to be very real and very hard truth to yourself to carry true gratitude. I think it's just important to do so you can actually look at yourself in a true manner, and and then and then have gratitude for yourself, right? Because if you're just like before in my past, I don't even think I had gratitude. I didn't even really know what it was, to be honest, right? But when you start working on yourself and wanting to grow, like wanting to grow into a better human being, to look, because it's all about you working on you and then giving it out. It's not about anything else. You have to work on you and give that out. And to carry that with you is would be how about this? Honest gratitude. Like true, honest, truthful gratitude.
Sounds virtuous.
Because I mean, gratitude, ego, you know what I mean? Like it's you got to be really, I look from a bird's eye view, looking down, and it's to carry true gratitude is I would say is number one.
I'd say it's a great way to fight ego and tap into spirit, by being grateful.
Well, that's it. But that's the tug of war. That's the tug of war, right? Like I'm just being.
I like that. That's the.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean by truth. That's what I mean by truth.
It's so simple, but it's so true.
It is so true. It is. But no, having gratitude and being great and being grateful is it's for sure number one. So that's what I gotta say for that, guys.
Yeah. Brandon had something to fire off.
Yeah, I think, you know what, man, in
Yeah.
that hard truth and
Yeah,
that hard
yeah.
honesty thing, if we're not on our knees in private, speaking with God every single day, this gratitude of just us and God, you're not genuine. You're not completely honest. You know, some people I have noticed they're not doing that. You know what I mean? They might come to a conversation and have something to say, but I think at some point, if you're not on your knees in your day, professing your gratitude, just you to God, you're out of practice. You know what I'm saying?
Nice. Yeah, I heard it put this way, and I'm sure many other people have. Meditation is listening to God, where praying is talking to God. I'm more of a listener, I'm more of a
I have
listener
to
than
agree with,
a talker.
sorry, I have to agree with Brandon 100% on that. Because when you're looking at yourself, like that's what I mean, right? Like I'm looking at myself going, okay, motherfucker, are you being true to yourself? Because you have ego. There's ego. You know what I mean? It's a fine line. It's a fine line. You have to really be true to yourself, man. You have to be true to
Absolutely.
yourself, and that there's that shift, that emotional shift of selfishness, self-centeredness, all those other things that come into play with yourself. And it's like you have to decipher and really, not what's the word I'm looking for? Um, Decipher and analyze where you're at. Like you gotta figure out where you're at and what you're doing. You know what I mean? And I guess at the end of the day, the proof's in the pudding. The proof's in the
And I
pudding,
think
right? So
there's a
yeah.
scripture too, and I hate to get scriptural, but I think I've received answers. I think that communication thing and what you said about listening, AK, and what you said about self-reflection, Patrick, it's all in one thing. I think, to have the faith and the genuineness and the true honesty to get on your knees and ask your wisdom of God, please tell me my next move. Yeah, I haven't
Guidance.
most of the time I get on my knees and I just say thank you. And I say this in the name of Jesus. I say thank you so much for everything. But I can't say I have to contribute that every time I have asked, and I pick my times, man, very, very wisely. But every time I have asked, I have got the most phenomenal answers that a punk would tell themselves wasn't an answer later on in life. You know what I'm saying? But a genuine person will recognize as a serious, serious divine response.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
Yes.
was gonna move to Kevin, but it looks like he just bounced out. I wanted to apologize to him for saying, because before, in my days of using, I would let anger destroy my whole day, and I would tell myself, and I would probably stay mad all day because I would tell myself, open my eyes, start a new day. I used to allow myself to stay pissed all day long, all day. And so when he was talking about it, it's like the Wes Watson thing, where Wes Watson saying it's not a bad day, it's a bad moment, because you get to choose your thoughts. And anytime you want to change a bad attitude around, you have that power, So
Yes.
I just
Yes.
wanted to say that to
You
him, but he
have that.
bounced out. Maybe he'll jump back in. I don't know. But
That
next
was a
up,
phone
Aaron.
dying. That was either a phone dying or somebody
Yeah.
or somebody
Yeah.
jumping on their knees straight up to God. You know what I mean? But I don't think that was it.
Maybe it's that. Yeah, maybe it's that. But AK,
We
what you
are
got?
called. We
Yeah,
just
no,
man.
just gratitude. I feel like it stems through, self-awareness and the mindfulness and presence, and I just want to correct myself. My gratitude definitely doesn't stem from the demise of others. So
Ah.
that wasn't what I was getting at. It was more like
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, so it was more like acknowledging what's out there, what could be, not so much like a specific person, like that's on their deathbed or anything. So that wasn't the case, and it's
I'm glad you brought that up because for some people that is their gratitude.
right,
You
yeah,
know?
That's
that's
fucked up.
freaking ethically wrong, right? Yeah,
Well,
exactly,
that's
and
the
that's not
devil.
what I meant
That's the
before.
devil,
So
totally.
Yeah,
I wanted to
that's the
clarify
devil.
that,
That's the devil at work. Yeah.
Yeah,
Let me
exactly, man.
clarify.
It's tricky. You can't
And he's told me, man. He's been tugging on
deriving
my
any
shirt.
That's
pleasure.
fire, bro. That's fire. That's fire.
Yeah, deriving any pleasure from another person's pain is just straight up morally wrong. And yes, that's the devil right there for sure. So that's not what I was getting at. It's more like looking at it as a virtue to
1,000.
uplift and stuff, right?
Hey,
And
hey,
if you're
AK, I didn't know you were a sadist.
right.
Why? What do you say?
Bro, I'm bugging you, bro. I'm bugging you. Yeah. No.
He's-
Well,
all
the
good.
way Kevin he made it sound like I was deriving pleasure out of the pain of others, and that's not the case at all. And
Schadenfreude.
I
Not at
really
all.
The
appreciate
Not
that
Germans
at all.
have
actually,
a word
but
for it. Schadenfreude.
What's
Yeah.
actually so beautiful about this little thing is you're so not that way that you had to go back and clarify the
yeah,
Oh yeah.
that you didn't
yeah. I
even
mean,
totally.
it's. I mean,
So not.
it does
So not.
in a sense it does stem from an authentic appreciation of a person could be going through, right? That's what it would. That's where it is. It's like,
Yeah.
man, I appreciate what happened, and
It's
empathize with
like
the
when you
person,
see
right? Not
it's like when you
na
see
boo
someone in
boo
a
kind of thing.
wheelchair. It's like when you see someone in your wheelchair. It's just like, well, that's too bad. I have to really be thankful that that's not me. You know what I mean? And
Right.
but
Yeah.
yeah, there's another level there. It does seem like that we're
And
kind of
looking at it as
unco-
trying to help that person, if that person is, say, your brother or whatever, and trying to help them still see the positive things in life, right? Because that is very taxing and very testing of the soul for something to be taken away from you, right? So, yeah, I mean, empathy and compassion, right? They all work with the gratitude. It's like it's part of the embodiment of gratitude is having the empathy and compassion for yourself, but
Yeah.
definitely for the world too, right? And it's not looking it could never be like looking like down. You don't want to feel sorry for a person, right? You want to empathize for them. And the difference there, sorry means, there's a sense of you thinking your position's better than theirs, and that's not the case. It's like an ego trip there, as opposed to the empathy where, you are leaning into the appreciation of what a person goes through and what you know putting yourself in their shoes, so to say. So I think we're all
I feel what Patrick's doing. I feel like that.
He's exactly
Doing
waiting for it. I'm
while
waiting
driving
for it.
the
It
truck.
came out perfectly. It came out perfectly.
Anyway,
Yeah.
that would
Right
be
on, buddy. Right on.
to have pleasure and happiness based in the other suffering. That's so fleeting and unsustainable anyways, right? You have to keep on going to that. That's fucked up. That's where damn near narcissism and cluster B personality bullshit would come from.
Yeah, I mean, whole nations are that's how wars are started, fear-based, ungrateful.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it's all fear-based, lack, scarcity stuff. It's not love and abundance, man. Because
No,
if you
it's
had
not.
love and abundance, you would be able to communicate and work out these problems, right? This is where all the wars stem from. This is the problems of the world, really. Egos of whole countries.
Right.
It is 100% ego and fear based.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which
Fuck
is a
fucker.
insecurity at the stem of it, right? That like we
Yes.
talked about yesterday with the
Yes.
fear and shit. It's just like, oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All that.
And I'm glad we get to think about, I'm grateful that we get to read from a mental toughness coach, that all positive stuff, and learn how to develop this mental toughness of the world class. World class. We could solve world problems with world class thinking. Powerful stuff.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's actually the
You
ultimate.
know?
It's the
World class
ultimate.
solutions for world class problems.
I'll tell you this right now, and this is a fact. If you think about everything that's going on in the world, it's all just thoughts. That's all
It
it
is.
is.
Thoughts become things.
It's metaphysical
Thoughts.
based material.
It is. It's
Yeah.
all our human beings' thoughts and actions. That's all it is. It all comes from our brain.
The actions are the things. Thoughts become things. That's the law of attraction. That's the thoughts become things. You attract what you think about. You know?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck. It's unbelievable, actually.
This is a great meeting, man. I'm so happy and grateful that there is this outlet that we all have to learn and grow and develop, man. This is where it's at. I believe we are going places, and these places are great places, solving some very bad problems of the world, starting with one person and growing in abundance.
Well, I'll tell you an
Change
example.
one person, you change their world. So in fact, changing one person is changing the world.
I'll
We'll
give
do
a
more
bit,
than that.
I'll give a bit of an analogy in these meetings. It's like the first period of a hockey game, and then you start getting into the work, and then you end up in overtime, and it's exciting. You know what I mean? It's
Good
the
analogy. I like that. Yeah.
the energy picks up. The energy picks up because you're putting your mind, you're mastering your mind, and then you're building your thoughts up into creating something good.
Creating. That's what we're doing. Creating. We're not disintegrating.
So you start off and your brain is kind of dormant. It's early in the morning, it's dormant. You get into the meeting, your brain starts thinking positive thoughts, you're into your purity, and then by you get into 2/3 of the meeting, and your thoughts and your mind are creating only good. And that's why at the end of it,
you just defined the abundance mentality. You just defined the abundance mentality with what you just said. Creating
yes.
positive
Uh-oh.
thoughts in abundance. Bam. Ooh, this was a good one. And I have so much energy today. I just came off that fast yesterday. Anybody who says, "Oh, not eating depletes your energy," oh man, try a 3-day fast. And I just
that's
I
a
didn't talk to
glycogen
myself.
fool.
What?
That's a
I didn't
glycogenic
talk to
fool.
myself like a bitch at all, man. At all this time. I went into the gym and I literally smashed it out. It was so beautiful. It was a great time.
The interesting thing about that energy, because it's all energy, right? As we've been told for years, to tap into that super divine energy, you want to sacrifice. And fasting is one of those sacrifices that you can do to get into that serious energy.
Yeah. And wow, man, it's an energy investment. And the other day, I just had so much. It was day number 2 of the fast, and wow, such high energy.
How long you going for?
Energy cannot be created or destroyed, right? And science and religion are both right. One of them studies the cause, and the other studies the effect. I mean, so it's, and they're all talking about energy, which cannot be created or destroyed, but can be transmuted.
Wow, what we're doing is we're purifying our thoughts into goodness. That's what our goal is. From the world and the negative,
purity and goodness.
Well,
I would
yeah,
say
but
even churning a little.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. But we're actually cleaning our
Got them
minds.
chills going.
Yeah.
Got them chills going.
We're cleaning our minds. And if you think about that, from all the negative shit that we see we've brought in over our lives, or even our experiences, now we're coming into a place where we're actually, I look at it as cleaning or purifying our minds into a good state, which would be kind of a biblical type of thing, right? Because biblical is goodness, would be goodness, right? So wow, yeah. This turned out to be very the intellect is just insightful, very insightful.
And I like that analogy, man. The overtime, you've got to play the game, you've got to churn the material, and then when what comes out of that, you don't really know what the finished state's exactly going to be. You've got an idea, but man, when it's impressive, dude, does it taste good? And you're just like, yes, that was what I was supposed to be doing. And I answered the call. And that is shown through the produce,
And over time,
and ideas are thoughts that appear in the spiritual realm and could can grow out of that gratitude and abundance mentality.
100%.
That's all ideas are. They're spiritual thought.
Yeah. And over time is the unknown.
I love it.
Right?
Over time is the unknown.
You're in the unknown. So that's where all the excitement comes from.
Creative excitement.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you're on a roll, it's like you don't want to stop it. You don't want to stop that train.
Expect the unexpected.
Yep. Yeah. And just keep taking that
when you least
jump.
expect it.
And just keep taking that matrix jump. You don't need to have it. If you need a guarantee to take the matrix jump, you will never take it. It is 100% jumping into the unknown. It is 100%. And even to use that analogy even more correctly, it's jumping against your fears. I think that, to really push that extra lining, it's just like, I know I'm going to fall and crack my face, and I'm going to do it anyway, because, right? Like, that's the analogy that they presented. And then you push past that point, which very rarely can anyone do. So I'm like very proud of us for that miniature example, and I hope that we take our day and
I just want to say
and bring it back tomorrow.
Yeah. Yes.
I just want to say I'm so happy and grateful now that I get to take healthy risks, because I've taken so many unhealthy risks that put my life on the line, right? And today I have the choices of choosing risk and making healthy risk. And I'm happy and grateful that I have my daughter right here, and I get to make you some blueberry protein pancakes today. Yeah, man.
I've got
Make
something.
sure the mice don't steal her pancakes.
I've got
No,
something
they
quick.
come, man. They take off. They know the king is in the castle.
I've got something quick here, guys. Just really quick. I am grateful to see Kevin in the meeting today.
Me too.
Because
Me too.
all the, you know, it just means a lot, brings a lot to the team. And I know I know the shit he's going through. I've experienced everything. I've experienced all of it. And it's not easy. But
No.
to see him pull through and be here, fucking awesome. So
I am grateful for that as well. Absolutely. Absolutely. You know, and I wanted to talk to Kevin real quick about jumping in and you know, and when you were talking about the day ruiners, you know, a Wes Watson quote came to mind. It's not a bad day, it's a bad moment. And then just, you know, turning it around moment by moment. And you know, I used to get mad and I used to say, well, I'm going to stay mad and it's going to be an all day thing. And I would allow myself to be pissed all day long. And I would tell myself this and I would bring this into fruition in reality. And I would say, I'm not going to be happy until I close my eyes and start a new day tomorrow. And then I would be mad all day long. I would bring it into reality. And, you know, I know the struggles and stuff of, you know, things going wrong and just, you know, you got to control what you can, and the stuff that's outside of your control, let it go. Let it dissipate.
We're as a cultivator, I can see it's not supposed to be easy. You know what I'm saying? It's not. We
there
are
he
supposed
goes again. I know.
It's not. It's not supposed to be easy. You know what I mean? And let's just say when you cultivate your species at the top of the hill, at the magical mountaintop garden, all those species from the valleys that were weak, they will get new features like bark, where that species normally doesn't even have it.
Wow.
It's because of the resistance. So we are supposed to, I can see what's happening. You know, this is a seed test. Like we are supposed to be becoming strong. We are supposed to be, it's not, you know, those of us who take that hard path on with that gratefulness and gratitude and creative excitement, even of going into the unknown, just fucking raging fire. I think, you know, definitely
Beautiful.
I've learned in my life that the angels are watching us from above. And what do they want to see? That's what they want to see, you know. And as far as like a cult and a creative cultivator, if he really loves his garden, he wants that fucking garden as strong as possible. And he will protect it and he will impose resistance on it. You know, I used to start some seedlings with a hot air balloon fan on a timer, a hot air balloon filling fan on a timer. I would have at a stage of my baby growth obliterate my plants, man. They'd be all broken. But like, why are you doing that to your stuff? Because they're making them strong. I'm making them strong. Everything I stick in the garden is going to grow. You know what I'm saying? And I know it's an abstract tactic, but I have a lot of those. But, you know, but yeah, most definitely.
I'll tell you this too. If you look at some of the most beautiful golf courses in the world, they maintain it every single early morning, every day, every day, every day. Everything is looked at. Every sprinkler is fixed and maintained. Piping is maintained to keep everything alive and green. And that's how you have to look at what we are doing. It is an absolute
aligned.
Yeah, daily maintenance, daily upkeep for sure.
We tap into a creative excitement. Creative excitement, and that is a surefire sign of successfulness. Creative excitement and working together.
Yeah, and AR knows, and actually I think all you guys know, my posts on West Fit are we keep going. We
Yeah,
keep going.
yeah,
I always put it on there. We keep going and we keep showing up. And
Unstoppable.
Hey, Patrick, you do know that it's Watson Fit, right?
wow, West Fit,
You keep
Watson
calling
Fit.
it West Fit. I just,
I
I
get it.
wouldn't want you to
He
say
he
West
saved
Fit
himself
for
3 letters
someone
and got across the same
in
point.
Watson Fit.
Yeah, it
I'm
should
just-
maybe
I'm
it
just
should
saying-
be West Fit.
Right.
Yeah, West Fit, Watson
Yeah,
Fit,
yeah,
same thing.
yeah. Watson Fit.
Yeah, but
West
no,
Fit.
we
Yeah.
you,
WW.
you keep you. I put it on all my posts on Instagram to keep showing up. You know, that's
Yeah.
it's just a general rule. And look what today. This is what I meant by when everybody showed up today. Boom, that energy comes in because
Beautiful. Yep.
everybody's grateful for seeing everyone.
Yeah.
Like this is like a family.
Yeah.
So when somebody, it's
Yeah.
like sitting down for dinner and there's an empty seat. Okay,
Yeah,
that's
I
what
love you guys more than my family, except for my daughter.
Ooh,
I do.
that's
I
what's
do.
up. I do
So,
too, bro. For real.
yeah, it's really crucial that we bring everybody to the table. You know what I mean? And everybody eats. Everybody eats, man. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
yeah. So anyways, guys, thank you very much. I'm gonna peace out. I'm just
Yeah.
out in my truck going to the gym here. Gonna go to the gym
There you go.
and
Crush it. I know you will.
I'm gonna peace out here, guys. Thanks a lot.
All right. Crush it, Patrick. That's what's up.
Thanks,
Let's go
guys.
around the room. We'll close it out. Brandon, what you got, bud?
Thank you guys for being here. Oh, thank you, AR, for hosting this meeting. And
Oh, you're welcome, man. I am grateful to be able to. What?
and
I'm
thank
happy,
you,
bro.
Kevin, for setting up this infrastructure that records the meeting. And thank you, AK, man. It's an honor. It's an honor to come here every morning and be shoulder to shoulder with this particular chemistry. And I recognize how valuable it is and how called it seems to have been. So thank you.
That's what's up. That's what's up. AK, what you got? Let's close it out.
Yeah, just gratitude's a deep and mindful appreciation of the positive things in life, sense of connection, the mindfulness, the self-reflection, and having that kind and pro-social existence with the world. And practicing gratitude will always base you, will always ground you.
Mm-hmm.
And it just really stems with everything you got good for your life and everything that we're gifted as human beings. So yeah, that's where it's just it's just a conscious acknowledgement and appreciation, right,
Absolutely.
of what we got going on. Yeah,
Absolutely.
that's what I got.
Yeah. All right. I will close it out with walk through your day, loving yourself, loving everyone around you, love your enemies, hell, right? Forgive, accept, be willing to change, see the beauty in everything. Life is just full of it. We're surrounded by beauty, and the universe is love, beauty. Tap into the source through gratitude, find inner peace, be in the zone, be in that flow state, be connected to the source of gratitude, and crush your day with love and abundance. Let's get it,
buddy.
All right, you guys.
Aaron's daughter's like, oh my
I'm
God,
done.
my dad is a freaking nut.
She's looking over at me like, what?
We love your dad. Is a tough
She
guy.
knows that I'm a bit
Tough
tapped. Come on, if anyone knows I'm a little loopy, it's my daughter.
guy.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
she's the one that videotapes you juggling in our
Yeah.
freaking PetSmart, right?
Yeah, yes. He's the one.
That
Yeah, she's
beautiful
looking over
team.
at me like, what the hell?
Yeah, it's awesome, dude. It's awesome.
She
Team beautiful.
just says that I'm so loud. Yeah, I'm loud. I am loud. What?
You
Come at
you
me.
were
Come
built
at me.
you were built to be heard.
Oh, here she comes. Oh, okay.
There you go. Snuff them out.
Aw,
Get out of here.
Team beautiful in full effect. Team beautiful in full
At least you didn't
effect.
put any chloroform on that blanket. Here, Ted.
Be knocked out, and then she gets to torture me or something because she would. She's vicious. She's vicious. She's
Be out
she's my
riding one
little
of those horses.
she's my little pit bull. All I have to do is whistle, and she'll come running at whoever. I'd be attack this one. She would. She'd do that for me.
Awesome, man.
No, she's yeah. She's a good kid. Protein pancakes coming up.
Right on. I better
Beautiful.
get my
Yeah,
stuff
yeah.
together too.
Yeah,
This
man.
was a
I
great
need to
one. This
nourish.
was
I
a
need to
good one.
fuel up. Fuel up for the day, guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. All right,
See you
guys.
fellas
All right,
mañana.
fellas. Have
Good
a
one.
wonderful day.
All right, later.
Yeah.